Right. Let me show you something really, really, really amusing. I am trapped. I'm trapped at the back of my makeshift shed, painting a fence, and I'm trying to work out how I can climb the fuck over to get back up onto the main lawn. So hang on with me one moment. Hang on, is this gonna turn the camera around? Switch camera. Hang on, turn off blur. So I've just been painting this fence, which is in itself a mystery, because there's all plants that I had to try and paint between the plants. And now this is where I just put all my crap until I'm getting a new little shed put in. But for the moment, this is just what I pile up all my old stuff. And I'm stuck. I'm trying to work out how to get my leg over this weird thing. And it's super slippy and wet. So give me 1 second. Oh shit, I've just put my hand in the paint. Right, give me 1 second. And normally I'd be kind of quite nimble with this kind of thing, but I'm not that nimble since Cipra. Oh shit me, man. Look at this. This is the lengths we're going to do a class. Right. It's super annoying. Like, look at this. So hang on. So I'm growing this crap a bit at the moment. So I had to kind of like go in with my little paintbrush. Can you imagine how annoying that is? And this other one around the other side, this is slightly more bearable. My spring bulb's coming out. This one I could do. This one had like 1 rose. And I thought that was annoying. And then I went around the other side and I was just like, Luke, why are you even concerned? Right, switch camera, off you go. So say for me, Spencer, I've managed to do it.
J'ai réussi à le faire.
Good. Can we all remind ourselves that to manage to do something, as in to pull it off, pardon the expression, to achieve something is not the same as manage, as in to invest in management and run a project. So to manage to do something, to be able to do something, we have the troika of réussir à, je suis arrivé à, or j'ai pu. And to manage, as in to be in charge of something, I managed the situation, whatever, would be gérer or s'occuper de. All right. So I managed to do it. So je suis arrivé à le faire, or j'ai réussi à le faire. So Spencer, could you go again and say, I managed to do it using arrivé? I managed to do it using arrivé. How would you say this one?
Je me suis arrivé à le faire.
Good. How would you say I managed it without the doing it? How would you say I managed it without the doing it?
Je me le suis arrivé.
Say for me, je suis arrivé à le faire. One more time.
Je suis arrivé à le faire.
Nice accent. Which pronoun did you use when you said je suis arrivé à? Sorry, which preposition did you use when you said je suis arrivé à? Which preposition did you use?
À.
And what is the pronoun we use when the verb uses à?
I.
Thank you. And how many verbs are there in je suis arrivé? Have a little think then. So how are you going to say I managed it?
J'y suis arrivé.
Lovely. That's it. Look at the sky. It's turning a nice pink. Good. We're going to go for walkies. So say for me, I'm going to finish here and we're going for a walk. I'm going to finish here and we're going for a walk. Spencer still. I'm going to finish it and we're going to go for a walk.
J'y vais finir.
Just because we've used an E, I'm going to finish here. There's no E in it. Yeah, up you go. I'm going to finish here. Je
vais finir ici.
Lovely. And we're going to go for a walk.
Et on va marcher. Non.
Yeah, on va se
promener.
Okay. Good. Could you quickly say for me, I went for a walk this morning, but it was very quick. I went for a walk this morning, but it was very quick.
Je suis allé se promener ce matin.
Reflexive verbs need to be reflexive for the appropriate person.
Je me suis allé me promener ce matin.
Go again.
I do eat pork. I also eat meat. It's nice, isn't it?
Je me suis allé me promener.
Why is there a double m in it? Why is there a double m in it?
Are you an animal lover? I am.
Hey,
an
someone's
animal
got some
lover.
shit in the background. Can someone cut that out? Good. Off you go. I went
Je
for
me
a walk.
suis allé.
No. Spencer, save me. I went.
Je suis allé.
Right. Do I need je me suis? If it's je suis allé.
Je suis allé me promener.
There you go. There you go.
C'était
But now say for me, I walked as a action using se promener. I walked. How would you say that?
Je me suis promené.
There you go. If you're conjugating go, we don't need to do it. All right. Lovely. So I'm going to wash my hands before leaving. Jack, good God, look at the colour. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to wash my hands before leaving. I'm going to wash my hands before leaving. Jack, I'm going to wash my hands before leaving.
Je vais me laver mes
Mes
mains.
Good. Nice twang. Pause. Lukey's loving the je vais me laver. I'm loving that. But if you've used the me, you don't then need to say the possessive, because the me has told me whose hands you're going to wash. I could wash your hands. You could be like, Luke, could you just run some hot water on my hands? Imagine you had crap on your hands. You're trying to come in the house. I said, hang on, let me just wipe your hands, because you've got both hands in a mess. I could wash a kid's hands. So, je vais te laver les mains. Je vais me laver les mains. All right? People get panicky about this. I'm not saying you never use possessive with body parts, but if you've used the reflexive, you don't need to. So say for me, je vais me laver les mains.
Je vais me laver mes mains.
Je vais me laver les mains.
Je vais me laver mes...
No, Jack.
Les
The
mains.
hands. You're saying
Sorry.
the hands. Yeah.
Lots of M's going on. Je vais me laver les mains.
Good. I'm just telling my neighbours to look at the sky. Jack, I'm going to tell... Oh, sorry, how did you say before leaving? How did you say before leaving? 1 second. Pat, have you seen the sky? Have you seen the sky? Before leaving, Jack. Before leaving. Have you seen the sky? Absolutely beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, that's even more good.
Look at that.
So little bit as I came through.
So nice. Isn't it lovely? So nice.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I just thought I'd share that with you. All right. What did you say?
I put extra potatoes in.
Oh, marvellous. Oh, so sorted. Okay. So, Jack, so say for me before leaving, assuming it's the same person before leaving.
Avant de partir.
I could kiss you. I just didn't have it in me the week I've had to bloody explain avant que and avant de. Denise felt the relief for me. It was palpable. Well
I'll
done.
be honest, it was a bit of a gamble, but yeah, we got
Don't
there.
undo your compliment, Jack, my love. Good. Okay, so say for me, I need to charge my phone for 2 minutes before we start. Jack, I need to charge my phone for 2 minutes before we start.
J'ai besoin...
Now, listen to Auntie Lukey. That exists, it is correct, but as I keep telling you guys, try and use devoir for have to with verbs, and il me faut for I need a thing. Just try and stick to that for the moment. So say for me, I need to charge my phone, because charge is a verb. How do you say I need to charge my phone? Je dois Yeah, I need to charge my phone. Je dois.
Je dois charger mon portable.
Lovely work. Lovely work. Well done. Okay. Before we start. Before we start.
Avant de commencer.
Careful, 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 careful. Who's starting?
Oui.
We.
Oui.
Yeah. Who's charging the phone?
Avant.
No, listen, Dante Luki. Who's charging the phone? In the sentence, who's charging the phone?
You.
And
Or
who's
me.
doing the starting?
Oui.
Same person or different person?
It's a different person.
Good. Who's also changing the curtains? Me. I've done every other room. The one thing that remains from my grandma's estate is the curtains, like in the kitchen. I'm like, but I've even got a sample. Hang on, because I collect this shit, Denise. It's all like it's called Highland stoneware. It's all the colours of like Wales and Scotland. And I've even ordered. Well, Pat, my neighbour, found it for me. I've even got this blind star. And she's found me this blind, which is the exact colours of the ceramics. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But for the moment, we've got this like day glow yellow shit. But to be fair, my grandma didn't like it. It was just because she brought the show home. So good. I have to always apologise to people on the video that we've got this in the background. So in other words, Jack, if it's two different people, I'm not going to use avant. What am I going to use? Avant.
Avant que.
Good man. And which one of avant que or après que takes the subjunctive? Which one? There's one that does. Which one is it? Here's a really dumb way of thinking about it. Avant, subjunctive.
Okay.
Yeah. So avant que takes the subjunctive. Whether you go present, before we do it, avant qu'on le fasse, avant que nous le fassions, or before you did it, avant que tu l'aies fait, would have the subjunctive there. It also has something which I'm not going to go into too much now, which it has a ne explicit, so it has like a avant que tu ne le fasses, sometimes in nice French. But the point is, avant que takes the subjunctive. So say for me, before we start. Avant que.
Avant que nous commençons.
Pause. I need the subjunctive. And what's the subjunctive of a new verb?
Ion.
Thank you. Well done. Good man. Avant que nous commencions. Off you go.
Avant que nous commencions.
Good. I'm just having a pee. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Good. Gloria, someone can test you on relative pronouns for Thursday. I'll be right back.
Scared.
Gloria, you live in New York City?
Yes.
I'm in New Jersey. About where in New York City are you?
Manhattan.
Okay.
73rd, 73rd between 2nd and 3rd. Come over.
Okay.
I'm scared of him. I just started. I'm scared stiff every time, like for an hour before I come on. I can't think of. I know I can speak French. Pretty, I feel like I speak pretty well. Not great, but pretty well. But when he calls me, I can't think of anything.
Good. Right, Gloria, I'm back. Say for me, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to wash my hands.
Je vais me laver mes mains.
Nice. I washed my hands. Past tense. I washed my hands. I could have worn gloves, but I can't feel my hands if I wear gloves. I'm a bit like cack-handed. So I have to. Yeah. I wash my hands. Off you go.
Je lave mes mains.
But you've just told me the present tense is je me lave les mains. So you've acknowledged it's reflexive. So what's the past? Would you what?
Je me lave les mains.
Stand still. What do actions have in the past? Actions have augs. What do actions have?
Auxiliary?
Good girl. So we're looking for a tense with an auxiliary. Don't speak, Gloria. What auxiliary do we automatically have if the verb is reflexive? Spot on. So we ain't going near je me unless we want to slap. So what is I washed my hands? Je me
suis lavé les mains.
Good correction. What would be, Gloria? I had washed my hands. I had washed my hands.
Je l'avais les.
No, stand still.
I had. Oh, had. I'm sorry.
Go on then. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Say to me, he has eaten. He has eaten.
Il avait mangé.
Stand still. He has eaten. Get it correct. He has eaten. Plain and simple. He has eaten.
Il a mangé.
Good job. Now don't fuck the two up. He had eaten. This is like I'm eating somebody. I do apologize. I'm on top of you. He had eaten. He had eaten.
Il aurait mangé.
Good. There's corners of the dark web that will enjoy what I'm doing right now. So if we were taking a into ave, what's the was tense of the verb to be, Gloria? The was tense of the verb to be. Était, yes?
Oui.
So say for me, I got washed, je me suis lavé.
Je me suis lavé.
Now say I had gotten washed, je m'étais lavé.
Je m'étais lavé.
We are doing a reflexive. Yeah, we're doing a reflexive had. Yeah, plus perfect, plus que parfait. Good, keep going, Gloria. So say for me, I should have used the oil. Oil's great for getting paint on. I should have used the oil. Off you go, I should have used the oil.
Can't think.
I should have used the oil. I should have used the oil, Gloria. Right.
J'aurais.
Yes, j'aurais what?
Utilisé.
Listen to Auntie Lukey. That is I would have. Similar, but what verb, Gloria, are we using when we say should? What verb is it all about?
Devoir.
Which one? Devoir, that's right. So I need to finish with my devoir first. I should have used the oil. J'aurais dû utiliser l'huile.
Yeah, I know. Now I know. Yeah, oui.
Up you go. So say to me, I should have used the oil. J'aurais dû utiliser l'huile.
J'aurais dû.
J'aurais dû utiliser l'huile. Go on.
J'aurais dû utiliser
l'huile. Listen to Auntie Lukey. I could can go into all kinds of tenses. Je pourrais, you know, je pouvais. Listen to Auntie Lukey means listen. Je pourrais could go. So I could go to both sides. Last week I could, je pouvais. Next week I could, je pourrais. But it's going to be one verb. I should, je devrais. I would, whatever the damn verb is, plus the ray on the end. So I would eat, je mangerai. I would have, j'aurais, plus the past participle. Or je serais, plus the past participle. Or je me serais, plus the past participle. I could have, j'aurais pu, plus that verb in the infinitive. I should have, j'aurais dû, plus that verb in the infinitive. So the video I would like you to watch, people, if you don't understand those things, is called, rather cryptically, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Yeah, the video is called would have, you should have. If you just do logic language learning, search would, it'll come up. Yeah, okay, good. We need it desperately for Denise is about to kind of check a pulse point. We need it desperately for the present and the past hypotheticals, don't we? Good, lovely. Tia, how are you doing?
I'm dandy. Thank you.
I like the juxtaposition between the white ceiling and the blue feature wall, which also conveniently matches what you're wearing, which is very cleverly done. Very cleverly done. Well, that's a little bit American Horror Story. So good. So say for me, Luke likes the colour that I chose for the wall. Luke likes the colour that I chose for the wall.
Luc aime la couleur que j'ai choisie pour le mur.
Good. He likes the colour. I'm trying to get you to do something, but I can't think of an example. We do it. Okay. The house she painted is beautiful. The house she painted is beautiful.
La maison que la peint est belle.
What gender is house correctly that you've just said?
Feminine.
Ah, my fucking Sean. Thank you. So what's the spelling of the past participle of tainted?
P-I-N-T.
Good. P-I-N-T. And what letter do we pop on the end of it then? If we've got la maison que j'ai peinte. Yes?
Peinte.
Yeah, okay. Good. Say for me, the house. Basically, what I'm saying is if your past participle ends in a consonant, it's not the most common occurrence, is it? Like most past participles end in an U or an E or an E acute. So if you know the gender, like the page that I did, la page que j'ai faite, it should agree, you know? Good. So take it going for me. Luke, tell me, what do you feel like buying at the supermarket? Luke, tell me, what do you feel like buying at the supermarket?
Luc, dis-moi, qu'est-ce que tu as envie d'acheter au supermarché?
Good. You started doing something really shit, considering your phenomenal level of French. You started saying de acheter and things like that. Yeah, don't do that. That's well beneath you. You don't do that. So say to me, Luc, qu'est-ce que tu as envie d'acheter au supermarché?
Qu'est-ce que tu as envie d'acheter au supermarché?
Softer D, qu'est-ce que tu as envie d'acheter au supermarché?
Qu'est-ce que tu as envie d'acheter au supermarché?
Good. Lovely. Remind me to close the door. Remind me to lock the door. Remind me to lock the door.
Rappelle-moi de fermer la porte.
Fermez la porte à clé. Yeah, fermez la porte à clé. Okay. Rappelle-moi de fermer la porte à clé. Okay, good. I had a delivery this morning. I swear to God, it saved my life today. I was so super down this morning for various reasons. And when that camellia came, I was like, oh, thank God. So save me. I had a delivery this morning. It saved my life.
J'ai reçu une livraison ce matin. Ça m'a sauvé ma vie.
Good. Now, whether you're being sarcastic or not, I think it's quite a big thing to say it saved my life. So can you go again and can you pop appropriate emotional situation into it? It saved my life.
Ça m'a sauvé ma vie.
What did we learn from Jack and Hans? Ça m'a sauvé la vie. Yeah.
La vie.
Okay. Not all of the time, but a lot of the time. Good. I should have gone for a walk earlier. I've missed some of the sunset, but I was educating you fuckers. Be grateful. So say for me, I should have gone for a walk earlier. I've missed the sunset, but I was educating you fuckers. You can go with sons of bitches. Off you go. Tia.
J'aurais dû aller me promener un peu plus tôt, mais j'ai essayé d'enseigner vous. Donc, j'ai raté.
Once I missed the sunset.
J'ai raté le coucher de soleil.
Good. Yeah. I'd have liked to hear the word sons of bitches in there. Fils de pute. Oh. J'aurais dû partir me promener plus tôt, whatever. Yeah, donc j'ai raté le coucher du soleil, donc parce que voilà. Enseigner with better choice, as you said. Enfin, vous, fils de pute, whatever. Good. Tia, one more. My shoe is rubbing because I was lazy and put it on in a stupid way. My shoe is rubbing because I was lazy and put it on in a stupid way.
Ma chaussure me fait mal parce que j'étais un peu...
Have an emotional connection to every bit. My shoe's rubbing because I was lazy and I put it on in a stupid way.
Ma chaussure m'a fait mal parce que j'étais paresseux et j'ai mis ma chaussure d'une manière.
Good.
Manière.
Luke is loving d'une manière. Luke is loving d'une manière. What's the verb to rub? Anybody done any massage? Frotter. Frottage. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. We have different techniques in massage that often come from French words like effleurage, like this kind of action. Frottage. Good. If my face is really lit up, you can tell it's an asshole who's not turning their main beams off. Good. So say for me, Denise, Luke, I enjoyed seeing the sunset earlier. I hope you've had a lovely afternoon.
Luc, j'aimais voir la couche de soleil plutôt.
It's not the diaper or the nappy or the layer. It's coucher du soleil. The going to bed. The coucher. Yeah, okay.
J'ai aimé voir la couche de soleil plus tôt et j'espère que tu as eu un bon après-midi.
Can you go again and sound human and alive? Because I've had such a week. I can't deal with that energy. I know your brain is totally into the French. I know how lovely you are as a person. Be Denise in French. Don't just be Denise in English and be a robot in French. Off you go. Oh, Luc, it's also in terms of your learning goals. It's also thank you. It's also you'll just start associating certain language with certain feelings. Why do you think Jack stays at my house? Spencer stays at my house. I'm in a childish mood. I get the towel and I go. They come out the shower and I go like that on their ass. Jack doesn't go, oh goodness gracious me. Jack goes, fuck, dick. Do you know what I mean? Or like, oh, your mother, I'll get you whatever. You know, we have expletive language connected to those feelings. The only time we seem to think that automatically happens is pain. It doesn't. There's other things. You see something, you go, oh, you know, we have sounds attached the vocabulary to those feelings. Yeah, it's so much more. It's such a better way of doing it. Don't do it visually with words. Do it with the sort of feelings. Off you go. So go again. Tell me the whole thing, but care.
Luc, j'aimais bien regarder le coucher du soleil ce matin et j'espère que tu avais.
We don't have a sunset in the morning.
I know, it's like.
There you go. J'aimais bien voir le coucher du soleil ce soir. Whatever, yeah. I hope you had a lovely afternoon. Go, come on.
Luc, j'aimais regarder le coucher du soleil ce soir et j'espère que tu avais une bonne journée.
J'espère que tu as passé une bonne journée.
J'espère que tu as passé une bonne journée.
Good. You're in France with me. We walk up to somebody that we're seeing for the first time. How do you say hello to them? Bon.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Keep it soft. Good.
Bonjour.
We finish our conversation. We walk away. What do we say to them? Bon.
Bonsoir. Bonne nuit.
I know Luke's a chatty cunt, but we won't have been there that many hours, Denise. What do we say at the end of it? Bonne journée, yes?
Bonne journée.
What gender do we use when we say goodbye to people?
Feminine.
Weirdly, that's what we do. So we like, bonjour, okay, bonne journée. It's like, have a good day today, like the rest of your day. It's specifically, this always confuses people, but the feminine entity, it's the same as with years, really. The feminine one is the passage throughout the process. And if you're thinking in terms of the unit, my friend always uses unit as a swear word. I find it really fun. If you're thinking of it as a unit, use the masculine. So 3 days, 3 jours, during the day time, pendant la journée. Good evening, bonsoir, you know, have a good evening, passe une bonne soirée, or just bonne soirée. This year, specifically throughout the year, cette année, 3 years, just the units are 3 years, 3 ans. We don't say anymore in French, bon matin, you know, but you can still refer to like bon, you know, the matinee, you know, and all of this business. Yeah, where we get matinee from in, you know, obviously in English. Good, like matinee idol and all of this business. Right, off you go. So, yes. See, that's smart. There's a guy jogging in a luminous, he needs new washing powder there because he's got an luminous green sort of maillot. He's got a red light strapped to his back, but the luminous green isn't really cutting it. Good. Denise, do one more for me. So say for me, he should have worn something different now that it's dark. He should have worn something different now that it's dark.
Il aurait dû porter quelque chose de différent parce qu'il
Now that
est
it's dark.
noir.
Now that it's dark. Now that it's dark. Maintenant que.
Ok. Maintenant qu'il soit noir.
Just because we have a que does not a subjunctive make.
Oui, maintenant qu'il est noir.
Good. This lake is temporary. It's just from rain. And every year we get 2 ducks on it. Lovely. Maintenant que c'est noir. Okay. Denise, they closed the garden centre at 3 o'clock. Yes, last week because they were redoing the car park. They closed the garden centre last week because they were at 3 o'clock because they were redoing the car park.
Ils ont fermé le jardinier la semaine dernière.
No, le centre de jardinage. Le centre de jardinage.
Le centre de jardin.
No, listen to Luki. I don't have to repeat nouns. It's somebody as good as you. Le centre de jardinage. Copy.
Le centre de jardinage.
No, copy. Imitate. Imitate me. I don't do. I don't. I didn't say any of that. Imitate the sound you're hearing. Le centre de jardinage.
Le centre de jardinage.
Lovely. That's a different part of your brain than trying to catch what. If you try and do the other method, you can only copy words that you know. And it's like, what words do you want to learn? The words you know, or the words you don't know? Do you know what I mean? You want to learn the words that you don't know. Good. Lovely. So go again. So go for me. They closed the garden centre at 3 o'clock because they were redoing the car park.
Ils ont fermé le centre de jardinage à 3 heures, à 15 heures parce qu'ils
They were redoing the
refaisaient la guerre.
The war?
No.
Your brain is thinking of the verb to park, which is garer or se garer, where we get la gare from, because it's where the trains are parked. But basically, not that we use that word often with trains, but basically, the word we want, brace yourself, this is terribly, terribly difficult. Le parking. Okay, off you go. Ça fait, ils ont fermé le centre de jardinage à 15 heures l'autre jour parce qu'ils refaisaient le parking. Off you go.
Ils ont fermé le centre de jardinage.
Denise, listen to Auntie Lukey. Push more on the chest. More on the chest. Go. Go.
Ils ont fermé le centre de jardinage hier parce qu'ils refaisaient le parking.
Good. The word for tarmac is macadam, as in because he's the guy that came up with it, isn't it? So that's why it's tarmac. Yeah. So yeah. Good. Lovely. Gloria. What's a car? I live in New York. Oh, I remember I stole one once. Luke, say for me, what's a car? Go section by section. What's a car?
What's a car?
What's a car? Ask, say for me, what's a car? Translate, what's a car?
Un car, c'est quoi?
No, you daft thing. Translate for me, what is a car? How do you say, what is a car?
In French or in English?
What class are we in? Off you go. How do you say
I thought
what?
I said it.
I didn't hear you. Go again.
Un car, c'est quoi?
That's better, but not car. Une
Oh,
voiture.
oh, c'est une voiture. Il y a pas.
Yeah.
No,
So
that
qu'est-ce
was
que
close.
c'est qu'est-ce que c'est une voiture? C'est quoi une voiture? Lovely. I live in New York. Say for me, I've never seen one. I live in New York. I've never seen one.
J'habite à New York. J'ai jamais. Jamais
Well
vu.
done for thinking about pronouns. What is the pronoun I'm going to need for one? Listen to Auntie Lukey, all of you. Listen really well. Okay? When you learn the structures, you learn that normal verbs take le, la, lay, verbs with de take en, and as Spencer mentioned earlier, verbs with a take e. But even normal verbs that would use le, la, lay can use en, but it doesn't mean the same as when you have a de verb. When you have a basic token only pronoun, so I need whatever the solution, j'ai besoin de la solution, although you know I prefer il me faut la solution. So I need it, j'en ai besoin. Yeah, that's our token pronoun, en. We don't tend to use it about people as much anyway. So I need him, j'ai besoin de lui rather than j'en ai besoin. But if you've got a verb that can still use le, la, les, so I buy it, je l'achète, je les achète, you can still use en, but it will only be for either one or some, as in of them. So for example, I buy some, j'en achète, I buy one, j'en achète, or j'en achète un, yeah, on the end, un, or j'en achète une. So in other words, you can use en with a verb if it's a normal verb. Yeah, so I say for me, I have seen. Say I have seen.
J'ai vu.
Nice twang. Give me more chest push. Send it out. J'ai vu. Let me hear it.
J'ai vu.
Nice work. Good. I've never seen. I've never seen. Pop in one more word.
J'ai jamais vu.
Not vous, vu. Good.
I know. I changed it.
I know you fucked it up, and it was so nice. Gave you compliments, and you decided to fucking smash the eggs on the floor. I'm going to stand under the blossom like an innocent Japanese girl. I'm going to laugh like a little dainty schoolgirl. Off you go. So now can you say for me, I've never seen one. J'en ai jamais vu une. Go on.
J'en ai jamais vu.
Une or j'en ai jamais vu. Okay. Lovely. Say for me, oh, I remember. Say I remember.
Je me rappelle.
Je me souviens, I prefer. Yeah. Okay. So Gloria, say for me, I remember the situation. I remember the situation.
Je me souviens de situation.
I'm loving that you knew je me souviens de. Good job. But the situation.
La.
Go on then.
La situation.
The whole thing through, you lazy git. I remember the situation.
Je me souviens de. What was the? Give me English again. I'm sorry.
Fuck me. Take some Ritalin and focus. I remember the situation.
Je me souviens de la situation.
No, I can't hear the la in a voweled way. Je me souviens de la situation. Go on.
Je me souviens de la situation.
Lovely, but I can't hear the la sharp enough. And you've got that in your voice. Right, so bearing in mind it's je me souviens de, automatically, Gloria, what's I remember it's going to be? What's I remember it? If it's de la situation, how are you going to say I remember it? What pronoun did Auntie Lukey just tell you we use if the verb
Le.
uses de?
Le.
Listen, what pronoun did I just tell you, fuck my life, that we use when the verb uses de?
I guess j'ai oublié.
There's
I
no
guess
such fucking thing. There's no. Oh, hang on 1 second. My neighbour's calling. Shit. Good. Right. Gloria, listen to me. If the verb is normal, it uses le, la, le. If the verb uses de, it uses on. If the verb uses a, it uses e. We've been over that. We've been all over it together already today. All right. So say for me, it's going to use on. So you've just said je me souviens de la situation. Say for me, I remember it.
Je me souviens.
No. Where does the pronoun go, Gloria? Where does the on go?
Je m'en souviens.
And again?
Je m'en souviens de la.
Good. But we've just put a pronoun in. We don't need the real thing. We don't need the real thing.
Oh, oui,
We don't really need the thing. Jack, say for me, you're going to deal with the situation. The verb here is s'occuper de. S'occuper de. You're going to manage the situation. You're going to deal with the situation. Off you go.
Tu vas s'occuper.
Reflexives need to be reflexive for the appropriate person, don't they? So tu vas, if it's reflexive, so what's unique? What's it going to be for you? So tu vas.
I can't remember the verb, but to.
Pause. What did I just tell you the verb was? To deal with, to manage. So, what did I just tell you?
Something. So.
No, what verb did I give it you? S'occuper. Set, repeat.
S'occuper.
Lovely. So, and I've just told you that's a reflexive verb. I've just told you that is a reflexive verb. So you should automatically be able to say you are going to deal with the situation. Off you go. Tu vas.
Tu vas s'occuper de la situation.
Good. Say s'occuper for me.
S'occuper.
And I've just told you it's reflexive. So what letter does that mean it starts with if it's reflexive? The S, yes? And you're not hearing so and another verb. Ergo, you know that it's reflexive within, like it's the S and the apostrophe. Do you know what I mean? So if I gave you s'occuper and I asked you to remove the S sound, God, I never say letters, but if I gave you s'occuper and I asked you to remove the S sound, what would you hear?
Occuper.
Lovely. And if I now asked you to put the appropriate reflexive in for a tu, what would that sound like instead?
Tu vas t'occuper.
Lovely. And how would you say if it's s'occuper de? So could you now say for me, you're going to deal with the situation? Tu
vas t'occuper de la situation.
You're going to deal with the situation. Off you go. Tu vas
t'occuper avec la situation.
That's exactly right. What do we call these verbs in my method? ABCs. A, to remind you that you've got a reflexive element. B, to remind you that you've got the verb. C, to remind. Say for me again. Say that for me again.
Need that one more time, sorry, Luke.
I can't hear you. Would you mind just saying that again?
And I'm asking you to say it again.
Well, you should fucking listen, regardless of my response. So say, because I've given it you once and you did hear it at least once.
Yeah.
So say for me, you're going to deal with the situation all through fully. Off you go.
Tu vas t'occuper avec la situation.
Go again.
Tu vas t'occuper avec la situation.
Hang on. What verb did I just tell you was the verb to deal with? What was the infinitive I just gave you?
S'occuper.
S'occuper what?
De.
Good. So don't use other prepositions. That's why it's called an ABC verb. Yeah, you need to use the A, B, C. The A is the reflexive, the B is the verb, and the C is the relevant preposition. Do not go changing the relevant preposition. So say for me, you're going to deal with the situation.
Tu vas t'occuper.
Go on.
Avec.
Jack, I can't hear you.
Tu vas t'occuper avec.
Say, Jack, I can't hear you.
Tu vas.
Denise, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me better now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Denise, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, Luke.
Yes, I can hear.
I can't
both.
hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.